Alright, so this box here, I don't know if you can see it, let me pull it a little closer, but this box here, I believe, is box number 2 of a modern submission that I did. The modern submission's intent was to get some grades that I could possibly sell. So I've got a lot of speccing that I did in the 90s, and so these books are books from the 90s, I think. Now I forget what I sent there as well. I don't think that I've gotten my Silver Surfer, Silver Age stuff that I sent, it must be 15 months ago now. I thought originally the last box that I did a video on was that, but no, I was surprised there was a bunch of Simpsons stuff and some Daredevil stuff, which I'm happy to get, but wasn't it. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so let's not mess up, see if I've got it correct. I do? Alright, so this looks like, okay, so this is a perfect example. Power Rangers, which I've never read a Power Rangers book in my life, or watched a cartoon or movie or anything. However, this was something I spec'd on, and like all the other ones that are in here, I'm hoping to get a 9.8 because that was the purpose of sending it, and then the intent would be to sell it. So no disrespect to any Power Ranger fans out there, it's just not my gig. Alright, so I think this is the hand. Well now, alright, much better start than the last box. The last box, if anybody watched, I got 5 out of 12 modern 9.8s, and the other 5 were 9.6s, and there was a 9.0 or a 9.4. 9.4, I guess, you know, stuff happens, but a 9.0. Alright, so I'm happy with that start. Let's keep it up. Alright, no peeking, no peeking. So I think it goes this way, so let me get it under here. Alright, see if I messed up. Nope. Alright, so this is a Spiderman 2099 #1. Now I did read this comic just because when the 2099 stuff came out, you know, everybody was a little fired up. It was something new. It didn't take off. Like it wasn't something where you were like, oh yeah, that's going to be the next great thing. So I took 20 years off comic collecting. And so when I saw that all of a sudden the 2099 stuff was, you know, modestly hot, I was kind of happy because I got a lot of it. Alright. Alright. That's B-A-D bad. Now, I'm just like, you know, maybe I'm weird. Maybe I have unrealistic expectations, but I'm just thinking that you shouldn't get 9.4s or lower when you're submitting for 9.8s. That you should expect that you might get some 9.6s. Now, this, just looking at it, looks like it's a tough book. So maybe this isn't a pressable book. I don't know. I just know that a 9.4 is probably not worth anything. So, looks like I might be keeping it. Alright, so let's see. Alright, get it under here. What do we got? Alright, so this one, so the market's really changed quickly. So when I first was thinking I'm going to send some Sandman in because it was hot as hot could be, and then I was like, alright, I got a second opportunity because of the Netflix. And to be honest with you, I thought the Netflix was okay. I watched it, and I did like it. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was just, I didn't watch it twice, if that'll tell you anything. Any of you that are Sandman fans out there, if you have the ability to do the audio Sandman is over the top. It's fantastic. It's far better than the Netflix actual series. So I would recommend it. Alright, so this one's Sandman #4. I didn't get all the Sandmans, so these were like, it got hot quick and kind of after, so buying these back in the 90s for me was kind of an afterthought. But I did get a bunch of pretty good ones. These might not be all 9.8 candidates. So if I get a lower grade on these, I might have just thought at the time, hey, Sandman, hot, you know? Alright, so Master of Dreams, This is, I always forget to bring my glasses. You know, I'm kind of an old man now. I keep, you know, but this is Lucifer first appearance. All right, so that's good. What else? All right, well, there's some other writing there, and if I were smart and had my glasses, I could tell you what's out there. I'm not, and I don't, so 9.8. Rock and roll. All right, let's see what's next. No peeking, no peeking. All right, get it under the table here, switch it around. All right, so we've got Sandman number 5. So you know the story. And so now that I got that first 9.8, I'm not going to lie to you. I've already changed my mind and decided that they all must be 9.8s. All right, 9.6. If I got this one first, I would have been like, hey, nice, right? The fact that I got the 9.8 first, I'm like, what? Oh, what can you do? So, so this is Scarecrow and, yeah. You know what? I'm not going to read those. That's kind of disappointing, you know. I'm a knucklehead. What can I tell you? All right, 9.6. I don't know where the line is for, and to be honest, I don't know that I'm going to sell any Sandmans just because it's Sandman. You know what I mean? Like if it was an obnoxious price, I'd sell it, right? But I think Sandman's somewhat like a Silver Age, a good Silver Age book. Like I don't think it's ever not going to be a good collectible. All right, so let's get this under the table here. Make sure this box doesn't fall. Cover up. All right, so this is Sandman number 10. All right, you guys know the story? Do you hear my dog barking? He must be mad. Maybe somebody's delivering Christmas presents. Maybe it's another CGC box. Woo! All right. This is a dollhouse one too. This is a good one. All right. Well, stuff happens. So again, like my recollection is that I was getting these essentially out of a box. They weren't I wasn't getting these off the shelf. And I think it's because they probably came out prior to me actually starting to really collect. I'm looking to see here. Yeah, see, this is 1989. So I probably just started collecting in '89, right around there. And so I wouldn't have heard of Sandman because I was only looking for Silver Surfer at that time, and I hadn't really spec'd. But I think once Sandman started getting hot, I was like, oh, let me guess one of those. And I did. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so I sent a bunch of these apparently. A few of them were in the last box. And so this better be a 9.8. Another Radioactive Man. Alright, so we're mixing these up a little bit. Let me put the 9.6s with the 9.6s, and I'll divvy them up after. I just want to see how good or bad I've done thus far. And thus far it's been average again, maybe below. Alright, so maybe not, just because I think the Sandmans are not, like I said, those weren't things that were unread. They were probably read. Alright, so this one here is another Radioactive Man. Well, wonders never cease. Alright, so that's good, because I think that's a pretty good book. It was a pretty good book, people were spending a little money on it, and that's why I did it. Nobody's spending money on anything right now, including me, so I think we all understand. Alright, they're starting to lean on me, so there you get this under here, do a little switcheroo. Alright, Sandman number 1, January 1989. Ew. I don't know if this is the biggie, but this could be the biggie, so let's just hope. All right, good vibes out there, good vibes, come on. Get anything over 9.6. That's funny. Oh, God bless America. I'm happy with that. I don't know, I don't know what this book's worth anymore. I thought it was an $1,100 book for a while. It's probably a $500 book or $400 or $300, whatever. But that's an iconic book. I'm happy. Yeah. Should I be happy? Write that in the comment section. I love that. We're all such prostitutes. Don't forget to like and comment. I don't know. I mean, I get it. But, I want 1 million people to watch my video too, and it ain't gonna happen. However, I get it. But if you want to say, hey, you're dumb and you should bring your glasses, okay, that's fair. All right, we got Sandman #2. Now, again, I haven't looked in a while, so I have no idea. But I'm hoping that Sandman #2 is a good one too. What I mean by a good one is like one that's worth money if I get a good grade. And I got a good grade. Not a great grade, but a good grade. I don't think I can be unhappy with 9.6s with Sandman, to be honest. I think that, I think I kind of have to realize that I didn't buy them unread. They may have been unread, but I wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? They were already, I would say by the time I bought them, they were probably 2 years, maybe 3 years old already. So, and back then, listen, in 1991, 92, it was the Wild West. Anybody that tells you that they were looking at books for dings and making sure that they were going to be 9.8s, well, none of that existed then, and so, no, not so much. Sandman #3. All right. I mean, should we get back on the 9.8 train? Woohoo! Choo-choo! Yeah, baby. All right. I like that. I don't know what it's worth. Maybe it's worth $1 million. Any buyers? I'll give it to you for half price. $500,000. All right. Let's see what we got. Marvel Comics presents #1. Oh, so this is a weird one. So the guy that I used to buy all my comics from, Patrick, still buy some from him occasionally. I think his store he's had now, I think he's had it for 30 years, which is extraordinary because he was young and didn't have any money, and you know how hard retail is in general, you know how hard this business is. So comically speaking, up in Reading, Massachusetts, shout out, go see Patrick. But he was a big Wolverine fan, so I'm guessing he still is, and I would always tell him the beating that Silver Surfer, of course, would lay on Wolverine. But of course, Wolverine is a much more popular character. But nonetheless, very rarely would you see Wolverine and the Silver Surfer together. However, this comic is an exception where the Silver Surfer, I think he's down in that little corner down there. Is that, well, I'll look in a second, but let's see. This is a pretty good book too, so I'm hoping for 9.8. 9.4. 9.4. The problem, again, so this one is 1988, right? So again, I didn't buy it new, so I probably should be happy with that. It's just that at 9.4, it's probably not worth anything. And if I was like a Wolverine fan, I mean, I'll keep that for myself because I am a Silver Surfer fan. So, but I wouldn't have been upset if it was a 9.8. I wouldn't have been upset at all. All right, maybe this one will be. Let's see what we got. All right, so this one is another one. Okay. Now, don't do Daddy wrong twice in a row. A little better. Good looking book. I give it the 9.9. I give it 9 thumbs ups. All right, let's see. So, let's see what we got here. This one here, Morbius Revisited. I'm gonna have to look at this one. Oh, okay, I know what this is. So this is a perfect example. This is like almost no matter what the grade is, I'm selling it. And it's not because I don't think he's a cool character. It's just like he's not my kind of cool character. All right. Oh, I hope this is worth $1 million. I know that Morbius was kind of hot for a little bit, but I'm guessing this is a $100 book. But I honestly, that's just a silly guess. And the reason why I'm guessing that is because part of my criteria when I was sending these was I was like, all right, look, I'm going to send these bad boys out, and the main criteria was that it's got to be over $100 at a 9.8 for me to send it, because then I can make some money off it, right? You know, like if it's $50 and it cost me $50 to do it, well, that ain't no gain, right? All right, so let's get this under the table. That's why we put this bad boy table here. All right, let's take a look, see what we got. We got Incredible Hulk 418. So this was one, this is a good example. I think I got it covered. I remember when I was uploading all my stuff to Cover Price. I never even heard of Cover Price a year ago, right? But I've, you know, asking questions to different people. Actually, the guy that does my pressing and cleaning recommended Cover Price, and I like the app, right? I was able to go get. I'm at 5,000 comics now. I think I was probably at 4,800 at the time, of 4,700, and they're all in the attic because I don't, you know, I don't have a room for them where it's, you know, you know, a perfect climate. But anyway, I saw this one. I was like, wow, that's worth like $500. You know, it was. I think it was before I figured out the system completely, and it was the high sale, and I didn't realize that almost every pretty good comic has a anomaly of somebody that just overpaid for a comic. And so I was like, wow. And so that's what made me get this. But I still think it's a pretty good comic, you know, price-wise, if I can get a good grade. And I got a pretty good grade. All right, so this one is Rick Jones marries Marlo. First appearance of Talos, probably mispronounced that, the Untamed. And this one, it doesn't say anything here, but I know that there was something different than white pages. I know there was something different. These are all going to be white pages. I can't imagine that they wouldn't be. There's something different about this cover as opposed to some of the other covers. But it doesn't say anything here. So, I'm not sure why. But, I got 9.8. That one, I mean, I like Hulk. Who doesn't like Hulk? Hulk smash, right? But I'm selling that one. Now, am I selling it this week? I don't know. I gotta figure out how to do that, you know? Like those poor people that have to run to the post office right after somebody buys their $2 book. God bless them. God bless them. All right, so this one is, what if number 49? Oh, so this is what if the Silver Surfer was a bad boy and, you know, got a little spoiled brat syndrome with the gauntlet. You know, I do remember a good amount of the Silver Surfer stuff that I read, and since I love the Silver Surfer, and since I think he is an underappreciated and underutilized character in all ways, I liked this comic a lot because like the depth that you could go into in this character is like limitless, and they don't do anything. Like he seems to always be taking a backseat in his own comic. Anyway, this wasn't like an unbelievable, but it was a fun little, you know, one booker. You know what I mean? But we need 9.8, okay, and it's a keeper. Okay, so this kind of, all right. So I'm gonna like rant a little bit. All of these that I sent to my friend to clean and press these were all 9.8 candidates. You know, this is the second 8.5. Even a note, hey, by the way, there's a couple in there that you're not going to get anywhere near. Like, there's no reason, because I got a bunch of these, you know, like I didn't buy just one, so this one's never been read. There's no reason that I shouldn't get a higher grade. I'm not saying on this book, but like, this book just, I never read it, so you know, I don't know, anything can happen. I see a little white color break there. Is that actually a white color break? No way that I would miss that. Maybe, just maybe, somebody was having a bad day at CGC, and because that looks like it's scratched. It's not like it's not a crack, if you know what I mean. It's not a you know, a seam that broke. It actually looks like somebody scratched it with something. Anyway, I'm upset about that one. What are you gonna do? I don't think it's worth anything. I'll keep it. All right, what's next? Oh, like I said, I have multiple of these. So, you know the story. Now, I don't know how I could have had these two and said these both look like great 9.8 candidates. I'm not a pro. I'm not even good at it. But I don't know how I could have looked at this one and said, yep, that looks like 9.8, and looked at this one and said, yeah, and it'd be that big a difference. But there is, on the back here, I don't know that you'll ever be able to see it, I'm just using my cell phone, but right here, there's this white line, and it ain't on this book, and so I can tell you there's no way I would have sent it knowing that, and I don't think my presser would have either, to be honest with you, you know? So I'm guessing that that's why it got a terrible grade. I just don't know how it happened. I'm gonna go with the conspiracy. Makes me feel better, okay? You guys okay with that? All right, so what's this? All right, I got a few left. All right, so let's cover this up. Let's, all right, what do we got? Oh, back to Wolverine in the house. Where did I get the last one? 9.4? All right, I guess you guys know what I'm looking for here, right? All right. So, I got a 9.4, 9.6, and an 8.5. Three comics that I was looking for completely better than that. What the hell? Let me just see something here. No, okay. There's a big line there. I'm like, you know, it was just part of the art, just a weird place. But, like for me, an 8.5 is a low enough grade that when you look at it, it should be blatantly obvious, right? That's just my opinion. And this isn't blatantly obvious. Now, maybe you guys can see something that I can't see, but now, I'm not saying that 9.8 per se, but 8.5. That's for rookies. Are you saying something? All right, you're probably right. You're probably right. I mean, you know, like the evidence speaks for itself, right? All right, so now we got another Radioactive Man. So, is this one upside down? Yes, it is. Okay. Just, you know, my OCD kicked in. Sorry about that. Another Radioactive Man, number one. You know the story. Shaked it. No, it sounded loose. Felt loose for a second. Oh, I hope they're still getting the $1 million that we talked about. Because I'm cashing in. And like I said, 50% is still on the board. Okay. Oh, so this is something. Let's see. Okay. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Step up our game a little bit. Oh, back to the Spidey. I'm mad about that. You know, I know you guys probably know more about this. But, okay, so I see it. I see a ding. All right, so I see a couple things. No color breaks, and I'm wondering if this kind of book is just not pressable. And if that's the case, you know, that's my own rookie mistake, right? I think I got 2 left here. Let me just, I did one the other day and I thought I was done, and I left one in the box. I didn't leave it in the box, but I left it in the box for the video. All right, so let's take a look-see here. Not yet. Let me just get it in prime condition. All right, so another $2,099. I mean, give me one, will ya? Wow. See, okay, so I gotta be honest. I'm mad at my presser on these. I wouldn't have sent them in. I wouldn't have sent in an 8.5 or a 9.0. But you know what I mean? Like, you just had to look at them and say, hey, now, you know what? I'm not saying you shouldn't still make money, clean press it, whatever, you know? I mean, I don't want to waste your time, right? But no reason to spend another $40, because I'm guessing that a 9.0 Spider-Man 2099 is worth about $22, if anybody's willing to pay it, you know what I mean? All right, so we're going to end up with another Incredible Hulk number 418, and, I mean, I could use some good vibes here. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's make it quick for you guys because I'm getting bored. 3 8.5s, okay? That sucks. The only one that I'm not mad about is Sandman because it's a little bit of a wild card. The other two, actually, I'm kind of mad at all three because communication. I'm into communication. All right, like if somebody just said to me, hey, those are probably low 9s, you know, do you still want to send them? Then we could have, you know, made a decision. All right, this thing here, I mean, anybody want it? You can have it. Just leave me a message. I will ship this to you for free. This one I won't ship to you for free, but I'm still pissed. This one I won't ship to you for free either, but I think you know what I'm thinking. This one, I mean, I'm going to have to look at, I'm going to save my comments, complete comments on this for later, just because maybe those grades are worth something, but I don't know. So, but I'm going to say that that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 duds. Duds. And what I mean for duds is based on what the reason was that I sent these. I sent these to be able to sell them and, you know, recoup some do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And I'm not gonna. Alright, so I got 4 9.6s. This in a 9.6 is probably okay. This in a 9.6 is probably good. Probably. This in a 9.6 is probably good. This one's probably $60, $70. So I can't be upset at these, you know. There's a negligible difference between 9.6 and 9.8, you know, so I don't think you can ever really be mad, right? So that probably won't work. I'm trying to keep myself from, you know, getting stabbed, but I'm making it worse. I think that's a home run. Home run. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Sandman's, by the way, that are 9.8s I'm very excited about. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so 10 9.8s. And what did we say with the rest? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's 11. I might have miscounted. So it's not exactly 50%, but let's just say 50%. 50% 9.8s. I'm going to just again say that that was disappointing again because like I'm not saying all of them should be 9.8s, but when you're sending in specifically, this wasn't a pre-screen, but kind of a pre-screen with my presser, you got to do better than 50%. This isn't baseball. I'm not going to the Hall of Fame for 50%, you know? Batting 500 ain't going to work here. That being said, I do think that these Radioactive Mans will pay for this. The Radioactive Man and the Hulks, because there's 2 of them. And if that's the case, I'm okay. But either way, it was fun. You know, I just had to piss and moan a little bit. Thanks a lot for watching.